All right, those are the 8 remaining quarterbacks by age.
Look at
all
that.
under 30.
Woo!
Get out of here.
That's refreshing.
Old man closing the door on Robert Dunder. Go away, Tom Brady. Go away, Aaron Rodgers. If you're 30, you need not apply to be one of the remaining quarterbacks in the NFL playoffs. So here is our draft for today. The divisional quarterback confidence. Down in the fourth quarter, specifically. If you're down in the fourth quarter, which guy do you have the most confidence in? Off we go with round one, and I know who you're going to pick.
Well, yeah, you do. I mean, we know who the first 3 picks here are, I think, But, yeah, I'm going Patrick Mahomes. Of course I am. I mean, he's the MVP of football. He's been the most consistent this year. There's just nothing that makes the guy, blink in anything. I know he threw an interception in overtime last year in the AFC Championship game. It wasn't because he was, scared or didn't see something. He goes for it. He does. So Patrick Mahomes is clearly one for me.
I'm torn between Josh Allen and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, right.
I'll go with Josh Allen just because he's incapable of throwing short of the sticks ever. If it was 4th and 40, he wouldn't throw short of the sticks. So I got a whole thing right now about throwing short of the sticks. So give me the guy with the strongest arm in the sport, and I'll have confidence that in the fourth quarter, on 4th down, no matter how long that 4th down is, he ain't throwing the ball short of the sticks.
Well, honestly, I mean, this is a guy that I know hasn't won the Super Bowl and MVP yet, but I don't think any of us, if he gets the ball last, we always go, well, they're going to score. I mean, he's gotten to that point, let alone like we talked about earlier. I mean, I don't think anybody has to deliver more plays for their team than Josh Allen. So that leads to some craziness at times. But I think if you took, the 40 best throws in football this year, I think Josh Allen would probably dominate that list as far as oh my gosh, whoa, that's unbelievable, those throws, certainly. And I would go with Allen. Burrow's going to be my next pick, yes. Again, we've seen Burrow go on the road and win 3 playoff games on the road last year, and we saw him go against the Super Bowl champs, the Rams, in that game and have them up against the ropes, and they weren't as good as the Rams. So Joe Burrow is, these 3 guys, to me, there's really... It's nitpicking. We're talking about the studs of studs here, and they're certainly not going to be flustered by the environment, the circumstances, or anything like that.
Now, let me make sure. Point of clarification. Down in the fourth quarter means down a score, not down 20, right? You're down, you need a drive, you got to have it. Okay. You know what?
Where are you going to go here?
I'm going to give in to recency bias. We just saw the guy do it 4 days ago. I'll take Trevor Lawrence. We've seen him do it in this round of the playoffs, in this year of the playoffs. Not this round, obviously, but we saw him do it last round. Give me the guy who went to Waffle House because he's playing on house money, and I look at it this way. If the Jaguars keep it that close, that they do have the ball down a score in the fourth quarter, that means they've weathered the storm. That means they've dealt with the noise. That means they've adjusted to everything. That means they have the game going their way. I'll take Trevor Lawrence in that spot.
Again, I don't think there's a lot of wrong answers here. That's for sure. And Trevor is another one like we just talked about. I mean, I think he's on the trajectory to, that stratosphere of the guys we're talking about here as it looks right now. Woo, man. All right. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts. I am. You ask me the guy I trust down a score fourth quarter like that.
Sure you don't want to go Gardner Minshew?
Well, you're funny. I know. Oh gosh, I hate Jalen Hurts. I know. Shut up, everybody. I know. It's unbelievable how that took a life of its own. But Jalen Hurts, yeah, in those situations, and of course, Jalen Hurts is damn good. He's damn good. And he is tough to stop in those moments. I mean, 1, he's a good decision-maker throwing the football. 2, his ability to escape the pocket or have a quarterback design, quarterback draw like we saw in the last seconds of the Indianapolis Colts game. There's a lot to defend with him. And like these other guys we talked about, I mean, nothing phases Jalen Hurts. Nothing. And that's his greatest quality. He wouldn't blink if he was standing in front of a freight train. He'd still be like, okay, yep, it's football. I know freight trains come, and I'm going to just have to do the right thing here. And he's awesome that way.
This one's tough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw, down in the fourth quarter, because look, the Cowboys' formula isn't be down in the fourth quarter.
No.
The Cowboys' formula, if they want to win, is be up convincingly in the fourth quarter. You don't want to be in a spot where you got to have that one last drive. We saw how that went last year. But because Dak Prescott was so freaking good on Monday night, I'm going to assume that he's turned a page. So I'll take him because he's more proven than the other two. And that's nothing against Daniel Jones or Brock Purdy.
I hear you.
There's no wrong answers here. These guys are all left for a reason. There are many other quarterbacks that would be farther down on the list, but I'll go Dak Prescott to wrap up round 3. I really do feel bad that Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy are the last two.
That's
I hate
okay.
to do this round because that leaves one piece of cheese standing alone. All right, so who would you take between Purdy and Jones? You're the one who's leaving the cheese standing behind.
I know. Well, yeah, I know. It's. I think it's logical that these two are the last ones standing. I'm taking Daniel Jones, yes. I mean, I don't trust the rookie in this moment as much as Daniel Jones. We've seen he's very comfortable in being down one score, being in that type of game all year. And he's another guy that just, like the rest of them, he's never blinked. He's been booed since the second he got to New York. He never blinked. He just stayed the course. And I mean, again, this is tough picking here. But yeah, I'll go Daniel Jones, and now you got Brock Purdy.
Well, and Purdy's completely unproven in that setting because the 49ers are so good, they're not down in the fourth.
No, we haven't seen it yet.
You don't need your quarterback to make a drive. You don't need Joe Montana to roll to his right and find Dwight Clark at the back of the end zone. You don't need Joe Montana to go into the huddle and say, hey, look, there's John Candy over there, and calm everyone down and take it right down the field with the touchdown pass to John Taylor to win Super Bowl 23. You haven't needed that. This team just comes out and kicks the crap out of everybody. So that is, and you'll hear justification from teams at times. Oh, we got in a tough game. That'll help us later. There is something to be said.
Definitely. For
having been in a tough spot and processing it and not freaking out because you've done it before. You've got something you can access in your brain, in your memory bank. Brock Purdy doesn't have that and may never have that playing for this 49ers team.
No, that'd be interesting. And if it got down into that, I would go, that's advantage Cowboys. The Cowboys, if it's like that, it's going to be like, oh, Cowboys are going to feel that. They're going to know they're not supposed to win the game, and they're going to thrive off of those kind of moments. It'd be interesting to see. I wouldn't be shocked if it came down to that on Sunday night.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.